Hello and welcome to an episode of Nerdiest Kids You Know. I'm Antonio, otherwise known as Human. Today we're going to be showing you the fastest way to level up your farming in RuneScape. Alright, and the first thing you're going to want to do is get all of your farming supplies out of your bank. And the active file if you've beaten Ghost Ahoy and the magic watering can. You're going to want all your seeds. For herb seeds, I chose Cadentine, and for flower seeds, I chose Limpwort, and for allotment seeds, I used Watermelon, just because it's the highest level of allotment seeds you can use for maximum amount of XP. Alright, those are the three tools that you're going to need if you don't already have them in your tool belt. If you don't, go ahead and do that, it gives you more room in your inventory. Get your compost or your super compost, either one you want to use. Super compost makes your plants less likely to die and give out more herbs and fruits and stuff like that. And I cannot emphasize any more about how you should use herb seeds, flower seeds, and allotment seeds at all the farming patches that you go to, just so you can get as much XP as you possibly can if you want to be leveling up quicker. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to Draenor, use your home teleport to go there. That's just always where I start out on my rotation. So we're going to go there. And you guys would probably like it if I just fast forward through most of this. And also, this is pretty important, if you have the magic secateurs that you get after completing a fairy tale, the quest, I recommend using them. They make it so everything that you harvest in your farming patches, you get, I think it's like 0.5 more, which is actually a pretty big difference. And if you're growing herbs, then that's a good amount of money and some good XP. So if you have them, you might as well use them. Usually, at first, I go for the watermelons, my allotments that I use, because I just like to get those out of the way because that's what I get the most of, and I want to have more room for the gratuitous amounts of watermelons that I get, so I can have a maximum amount of them before I go exchange them into notes from the leprechaun. And yeah, see, there's my magic secateurs. So I'm getting a lot more watermelons, therefore a lot more XP. Just keep going back, turning all the stuff you get into banknotes so you can carry more things. Be sure to use your compost before you plant your seeds, because you don't want them dying. And don't forget to water your plants. You can't water the herbs or the flowers, so it's good, so you don't have to forget about that. But sometimes I find myself forgetting to water the watermelons, and it really just irritates me because then I come back and they're all dead. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot. So usually per round I go to all 4 of the farming patches. Usually per round I get, I think, 20,000 experience, and farming is one of those skills that really has to take a long time because it's based on waiting, which really irritates me. So I get 120 XP per herb that I farm, and with the magic secateurs I usually get around 8, but for some reason this time I only got 5. That kind of irritates me. So once you finish all this, you replant all your things, make sure everything is looking nice and spiffy. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open your home teleport, and next we're going to Ardune. That's usually the next one that I go to. As soon as you get there, pretty much just rinse and repeat all 4 places. I'm going to show you the fastest routes to get all of the places. Not really a huge difference, but this way is faster than going down through the market and going past the mine, past the bears. I didn't know about this before, and a lot of other people didn't for some reason, so I thought I'd show you guys this path. Again, just get all those watermelons, exchange them all into banknotes. I cannot emphasize on that turning them into banknotes, because I used to not know about that, and I would just have to drop each and every one of them or go back to the bank if I actually wanted them. And it's really just awesome that you can just turn them into banknotes. So just take advantage of that feature that they added. As you can see, my northern patch of watermelon died. It's kind of annoying. It happens a lot, you know. You just gotta live with it. Usually none of my patches die because I use super compost. It costs a bit more than normal compost, and the only way you can make it is with, I think, pineapples and watermelon in the compost bin over there to the left. Yeah, super compost is much more helpful. It is, I think, around 1,000 gold or 700. I don't really remember. I bought it a while ago. I bought about 3,000 when I first bought them, and I'm down to 500 now. So I use them every time. And the next place we're going to want to go to is Port Phasmatis. It's over on the eastern side of RuneScape. Before I beat Ghosts Ahoy quest, I never went over here just because it's such a long walk and it's really not worth it. But once you beat Ghosts Ahoy and you get the Ecto file, be sure to come over here and just take advantage of having that Ecto file. And you see these leprechauns at all the different farming patches. If you give them super compost or normal compost from your bank, like if you bring them compost, they will hold on to it. Like any amount that you have, they'll just hold on to it for you, and whenever you need it, you can just ask for it back. You can just take some back like I just did a second ago. It's really useful. It definitely helps me out because I don't feel like carrying all the compost that I need in one run, because then I wouldn't have any room for all the watermelon and herbs and limpwort roots that I have. So before I ever go farming, I always make multiple runs back from the bank to him, back and forth, just stocking up on super compost that I'll need later. It's really useful. I definitely recommend it. Also, by the way, I should have mentioned this earlier, if you don't have a magic watering can, then just use a normal watering can filled up all the way. One filled up watering can should last you one complete run around each farming area. It'll last 8 uses, and that's exactly how many you need. For anyone out there wondering what herbs are best at what levels and what herbs you should farm at what levels to really get the best use out of your XP and time, I will be posting another video on all of those. Alright, now as soon as we finish up this, we're gonna head over to Catherby. It's a symbol with a fish on it, of course, how appropriate. Alright, and for those of you who didn't have the Ecto file, I recommend that you just skip to Catherby instead of walking all the way to Port Phasmatis. So once again, just rinse and repeat. We're going to be just harvesting all these watermelons. Hurry up and finish this up for you. Really, the rest of the video is just you doing what you've been doing this whole time. You just harvest the rest of these and replant your crops, and then do it all over again in about an hour and 20 minutes. I think that's how long it takes for the herbs to finish up, and those are the longest part of this farming patch. So after an hour and 20 minutes, just go back through again and keep doing it over and over again for however long you want. Alright, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching.